Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a small album. Now to decorate the album I'm going to be using this collection here, that's Lexie Friends collection, and now this is a digital download collection from the Crafty Witches, and as you can see it is all cute dogs. So to get started with, you're going to need 3 pieces of white card. Now the first one measures 17 by 24 centimeters. Then 17 by 22 centimeters, and then the third one is 17 by 20 centimeters. Now this really is all what the album is made up from. So I'm just going to bring my scoreboard in. Oops. So the first piece here, I'm going to score it at 9.5 centimeters along the longest edge. And then 14.5 centimeters. Now, as you can see, when you fold this over, that makes the first part of the album there. So go to the second piece. Now, second piece again along the longest edge is scored at 9.5 centimeters, and this time by 12.5 centimeters. So fold those score lines over, and that's the second piece. I'll just bring the first piece in there, and then the second piece is attached like that. So the third piece of card along the longest edge again is scored at 9.5 centimeters first by 10.5 centimeters. So you're just making the center. Okay, and then they all sit in like that. So I'm just going to attach these together. Now first of all, with the first piece here, I need to add a couple of strips of ribbon to each side. Now I have actually already done that, just so the ribbon dried so I could use it. So I'm just going to pop that out of the way. So here's my second and third piece. I'm just going to add some double lining red liner tape just on there. Sorry, I can't find my end. It's a new reel. There you go. Okay, I'm going to do the same to the centerpiece too. Just take these off. add a bit of glue to, just to make it more secure. Okay, and then I'm going to line that up. Make sure I'm happy where that is, and then just press that down. So there's a page there. Now same again with this one. So can't quite see the center. There you go, and then just press that one down. Our album base. So you can see the pages that now just need decorating. Now it is the decoration of this that actually does take all the time up. So I have got all my pieces put together. So first of all, I've done actual all black mats for this. So, and these are all going to be the same size. So these mats are 16.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters. So then the paper that you attach to this is then 16 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters. I just need to trim that down because there's a bit of feathering going on by my card. So first of all, this is my front part. So this is actually one of the ready-made cards from the collection that I've printed out smaller, and I've layered it in some black card, and I'm going to attach that to there. But first of all, I'm just going to attach these pieces of paper that I've also printed out just to the top and bottom of this card. I didn't need to cover the whole piece because this is quite big and it's going to sit on top. Maybe what I should have done was use some foam pads on that. I'm just going to attach it actually. I'm just going to use some wet glue. So roughly get that in the center there. So when I've added all this together, I mean at a later date I could decoupage these cute little pups here, but for now this is just going to be my front page. So just make sure that you're happy with where the borders are, and then press that down. And then next I have a piece here for the back. Okay. I'm just going to let that dry. So that's the front and the back done. What I have actually forgotten to do is to do a piece for here, which I'll have to do after I finish the video. But I'm just going to matte and layer that in the same as the black card and the paper there. So to start off with then, this is my first for the inside. Now what I've done, each page on the right here, I've printed off an insert sheet. So basically I've printed off 5 insert sheets, which are the 5x7 inserts from the collection, and I've cut them down to size to sit on my matte layer. So if you remember, the matte layer is 16.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters. So the piece I sit on the top here is 16 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters. So I've done all my inserts exactly the same size, same as the mats on the other side with the black card and the paper. They all are all the same size. Before I'm just going to stick that one in, I've got a couple of pieces here to decorate that part of my card. So my black card here measures 3 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and my pattern paper measures 2.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and then I'm just going to attach there. Which, just bear with me, I'm just getting in some foam pads. I've just gone and got a different pokey tool there just to get the top. These are quite sticky. Okay, so just get that the right way up. Now you can of course decide how you want to decorate your inside of the album. So this is just one way that I'm doing this one today. I mean, you can add more layers or less layers depending on what kit you're using and who you're going to give it to. But hopefully with making this up, you'll be able to see what sort of papers are in this collection and the toppers too. It might give you an idea of what you can do with the rest of the toppers. So that's that one there, and then I have one of the toppers here just to go on there. So I'm just going to place that in the center. And then I've cut out one of the images and just going to attach that there. Okay, and then that's going to the first page. Okay, just press that down when you've got that in the right place. And then from the insert sheet, I actually also cut off the image too that came with that, and I've foam padded that up, and I'm going to pop that on there. Just going to attach this in first though. Okay. So that's our the first set of pages. So if you wanted to, you don't have to add anything else here. You could just add a picture. Whoever you give this to could add their own dog picture to that, or you can write, or just write some sentiment on there, message. This is then can be used for a different project, but I've decided that I want to add them back onto the insert. So now the next one. Okay. So on this side, what I've actually done, I printed out one of the waterfall bits from the collection. So I've done my mat the same, like the first one. So I'm just going to add that first. Got a bit of extra glue there, just wipe that away. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to make up this waterfall card and pop that on there. So I just need to bring my scorer back again. Oops, looks like it's gone and caught the card there. Oh, had a bit of stickiness on it. Yeah, okay, so that's put my pans paid to using the coloured part here as the pull down, because because that'll go that way. So as you pull that down, that might possibly, actually it might be hidden. Let's give it a go. So I'm just going to bring my scoreboard back. Now you can put this on both sides of the card, because then you won't have to decide whether you want the white showing or the coloured part showing, but I haven't done that this time. So what I'm going to do is just use my scoreboard and just score the dashed lines. And then also the ones that are on the second strip. Oops. Okay, just put that away. So I've just folded the line. So what's going to happen is this will be pulled and then they will flip up. So when you put in your card pieces on, they're always opposite to your point. So your image is basically upside down from where your point goes. I'm just going to add some double-sided tape. And that's just added straight up close to the score line is what I can get. Actually, I'm going to trim those off in a minute. Let's just pop this on. Okay, I'm just going to trim this off. So just carefully line, sorry, this is a white card, I can't really see where my score line is, so I'm just going to carefully, hopefully that's in the right position. Nope, it's not. That's better. Okay. Okay. Now I need to bring this in. I'm just going to sit that in the center. Yeah, just to make sure the score lines are in the right place. I'm just going to pop that on the inside of the side tabs. Okay, and then just carefully lift those up, pop the whole piece on the inside there, and then what you're trying to do is just align these up here. Okay, let's just take that first one off first. There you go. Right, go back to lining that up. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to fold that one over and then do the same on the other side. Just have to get that lined up. Okay. And then if you hold either side of that bar you've just put on and then just pull that up and down. See, look, it actually does show a bit there. Not quite sure what I can do about that now. Just hope that where I give this to doesn't pull it all the way down. So there you go. So this bit is going to stick just in there. So all you need to do is just add glue just on that bit only. Don't get it on any of the other pull down mechanism at all. And then just line that up to where you want it. And press that down. Looks like I've got a bit of a watermark going on the bottom there too, but never mind. So I'm just going to add this little piece down there and that'll hide that. There you go. So there's those 2 pages done. So the next one now, okay, so what I've done here, I've got my insert ready to go, so just going to attach that. And then this is for the opposite side. Okay, and then I've got a small piece here with some foam pads on the back, and that's going to be just going there, because what I've done here, I've printed off 2 of the ready-made cards that are from the kit. Now of course they're not this size originally. I've actually reduced the size down to 50% and then printed both of these out, so they're just like little notelets in the album. So this piece here, I've cut the matte layer, excuse all the red tape, at 4 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and the pattern paper is 3.5 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters. And I've just put really thin strips of foam pads just on the inside there. I'm just going to attach that there, and then these fit nicely just on the inside there. Just wipe up the extra bit of glue that's come out there. Okay, I mean, if you wanted to, you can add more decoration to this. So like I did here, where I cut this little guy out, you can do that again on here. So going on to the next one. And this time I've cut some of the tags out. I have enlarged them slightly, and I just thought they would sit nicer on in my album if they were slightly bigger. So I'm just going to do the insert bit first. Oops. Okay, just add that one there. And then, like what I did with the ready-made card, I've done exactly the same, same size and everything, just so my tags can sit nicely in there. So I'm just going to add this on first. It's so warm in this room, I'm just hoping that the glue all dries good. I think that's why I'm getting a little bit of overspill on the glue too, and just because it's so warm. And I can't really have my fans going because of the microphones will pick them up really badly. So there's that bit. So I'm just going to add this piece on. I love that this kit actually has little doggy paw print paper too. So with the tags, I did take a snapshot in Adobe of the top layer tags, and then I slightly enlarged them. I think might have been 120, and then I just cut them out and then use my hole punch and pop some ribbon in there. Now you can print on the other side one of the colour cards too, but I've left it white. Again, I just think it makes it really nice to write little memories or messages to whoever you're giving this to. I mean, you could leave them blank and give it to whoever you're giving it to, can then write little, memories about their pets on here. It's a nice little keepsake book. So, and then last of all, my next two are just coming along here. So I've got my insert bit. And you can make a slightly larger album too by just adding on a few centimeters. If you just wanted to make a bigger one. There you go. Okay, now for this time for this side, I've cut out some of the square toppers from the square topper sheet. I've also, so I've got 4 of those, and I've also got 4 pieces of white card, and then I've made like my own waterfall type card pieces here that will just attach to there and then lift up. So you need 4 of these black matte layers. Now these measure 7.5 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters, and you're going to score the 7.5 centimeter direction by I think it's a centimeter. So then that makes, when you fold that over, that makes this actual matte layer equal 6.5 centimeters all the way around, and then the toppers can be attached to there. And then underneath on the opposite side, you can attach a piece of white card. Again, you can write, where someone can write a message on, or just add your own little photograph onto there too. So I'm just going to add those on. Okay, and then I'm just going to add the toppers on the other side. Oops. Didn't really want to drop that, but never mind. Okay, and then what I need to do is just add some red liner tape to that top tab bit, and you do it with the toppers facing you. Okay, so then just decide which order you want them in. So the first one I'm going to put on is this blue merle collie. I have 2 collies myself, so this has to be the main image that is going to be shown. So just decide where you want to start. I think I'm going to put it about there. And then the next one. Fold that tab down and then just place your next one. Just want to leave a small gap. Go. Let's go for the Dalmatian next. And then a little dachshund. I mean, there is plenty of room, so you can add I would say a couple more if you wanted to. I'm just burnishing them down a bit more. There you go. Okay. I mean, again, if you wanted to, you could cut out like a little stopper that may hold those down. But once stood up, they don't pop out too badly. Now, because there was only 3 pieces of card that make up the album, as you can see, there's plenty of room to use your foam pads and to add extra bits on the inside, because nothing's then going to be squashed. So yeah, so there's my little album. Let's have a look. So like I said before, I did forget to do that, which I will go and do that after I've done the video. And also there's some sentiments too that I didn't actually cut out. Just bear with me. These are really cute from the collection. As you can see, I have used some on other cards that I've done. But you actually have these, I think it's in 5 different colours. It matches the paper, solid papers that you get. And as you can see, the sentiments are little bone shapes. So again, after the video, I might go through these and just add a few more embellishments and that to this album. But for now, I just wanted to show you roughly, you know, how to make one up. So I've got the front cover. And then here are my pages. So there's plenty of little places you can write things on. You can even write underneath a waterfall card if you wanted to. And the little cards here, like little notelets. And then the tags. And then the little pictures here. Like I said, you can write messages or add a picture underneath there of any pets that whoever you give this to have had or have. So there you go. So there's my little dog album, and the collection that I've used to decorate it with is here, Lexie Friends collection. Like I said, there's a lot more cute images on here that you can use, so you know, you just have to look through and decorate it as yourself, or of course use, you know, your own kit to decorate it. But as you can see, the album itself, just making it up with the white card, takes, you know, a few minutes to make. Once you've got the cut out and scored, it is actually all of the decorating that takes the time. So there's my album video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.